was because of you, Lynette, Wambu, that team, Hillary, Chengo. It is because of the effort that all of you put. Keter, you all of you really applied yourselves. When we came and said that, and Madam AG, this is something that is very close to my heart. That there are people here who have stagnated in one job group, one grade, for 4, 5, 6 years. I think even more. I think that is a situation that is deplorable. It should never have happened. It's as a result of that I began the process of, because you write to the Public Service Commission. I've just been in a meeting with them this morning. You write to them, they tell you, oh, do this, I don't know, give us what. I tell them, but you don't know those people. You have no way of being able to appreciate the technical capacity and expertise of those people. Let's have a mechanism where within ourselves we will be able to recommend. And they say no. Yet there exists, as all of you know, since 2012, the Office of the Attorney General Act, now Cap 6A, we used to always say number 49 of 2012, and now since the legislative supplement came out, it's chapter 6A. And they say, look, it is not right. But can I disclose something? One of the people that I kept consulting, because I knew it was there in the ODPP, was none other than the Attorney General, Dorcas Oduor. It is a very, for me, I think it's a very fitting appointment that I'm handing over to somebody that I have so much confidence in, who I kept consulting, even during that fight. I know some of you, a few of you are wondering, your doubts as to whether we are going to make it. Because, remember the war that came with the Public Service Commission, from many quarters, including where I am. But don't worry, I was not doing it, I was not fighting an individual. I was doing it because I felt it's only fair that we have an advisory board that will be able to look through, sit and address this very, very unfair situation. That you can have people who put in so much. Sometimes people leaving office here at midnight. And who will appreciate that? How will the Public Service Commission be able to know that there are people who leave office here at midnight, working for government? Not for person, but for government. How do you reward those people when you're out there? So I kept telling people it is not personal. I remember at some point, some people even suggested that now the war has become so vicious. Can you go and try to lobby some other places? I said no. If Parliament, in its wisdom, has agreed with us, and I know many of you contributed. I really appreciate many of you contributed to that. And I'm sure many of you were shocked when none other than His Excellency the President, on the date of the launch of the 24th supplement at Safari Park, off the cuff, out of his prepared speech, took time to recognize that fact. All that I can say is I'm one of the happiest people, because the Attorney General, Dorcas, kept advising me, and I kept asking her, what I see that you do, I will this, because she was the secretary to the advisory board at the ODPP. I mean, you can't be in better hands. Eh? So, nataka kusema kwa hayo mengi, unajua mimi ni kwa wakati nilikuwa mwanasiasa, naweza zungumza zaidi. So that I don't spoil the occasion. But for me, it's to say a great thank you to all of you. And I'm not going very far, as I'm sure you are all aware. So sometimes when there isn't enough tea here, you can cross over, come and have a cup of tea. And many of you have your telephone numbers. The reason being is I just wanted to be able to know who is doing what, who is pursuing the other, what, meaning this document has come to you. Who did you give to? Because Jane, you give to another person, you give to marriages, you give to societies. Charles Mutinda will have things which are being dealt with by Emmanuel Bita in Constitutional Division, or Oscar Erendi, and others. Our teams in Mombasa, in Kakamega, in Oduor, in Nakuru. To all of you, thank you very much. I leave you feeling quite satisfied that I am quite a strong team. And I would want you to continue extending and exerting yourselves even more to ensure that the successes will be even much more than I anticipated. Extend the same support. Many of you are good friends of the Attorney General, I'm sure. I know, I can see when she looks around, she sees very many familiar faces. I can see here, she is quite at home. So please, just ask, continue extending that similar support or even more. Because what you do is for the good of the country. And where I am, I'm looking at issues of efficiency in delivery of service. I want to be able to look around and say, the number one is the state law office under the leadership of Dorcas Oduor, the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. Those many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, asanteni sana. Hata sijui niseme kwa heri ama ni lakini chai nikisema sasa kwa heri, sasa najua sasa kikombe ya chai pia